talked to a friend about it's too much of prayer that prayer has no meaning and prayer doesn't work. A prayer can't move mountain, and they were like, "Oh, bro, you say now, wow, like now you be the antichrist where Bible they talk about, you know." Religion has really brainwashed us that we don't really understand how things work. We don't really understand the real meaning of being a Christian. We don't really understand the real meaning of Christianity. Now, when you keep saying prayer is the key, prayer is the master key, Jesus started with prayer and ended with prayer. Now, they fail to enlighten you. They fail to teach you, to tell you that Jesus Christ did not only pray, for things to work. He added what we call principle. Before praying or before prayer begins to work, there are some principles that you need to put in place. There are principles that are supposed to be attached to prayer. So that's the reason why I keep telling you that prayer is not what will move mountains. It's not just prayer, principles. Now, why am I talking about principles? If you read the Bible very well, you understand that even before Jesus Christ fulfilled any miracle, before any miracle was done, there are some certain things he puts in place. Now, get this point. Now, before he turned water into wine, there was the provision of water first before he turned it into wine, and that is the principle. That is what we call principle. Before that prayer worked, before that miracle took place, there was a principle by making that water available. That's the principle. Now, without that water being available, there wouldn't have been any wine. I don't know if you understand that point. Now, another point I want to make clear again is the feeding of 5,000 people with 5 loaves of bread and 5 fishes. Now, get this point clear. Before they were being fed, before the 5 fishes became available for the 5,000 persons to feed on, they had to make the fish available. They had to make the bread available before it was able to feed 5,000 persons. Now, that is the principle. Before the prayer worked, there needs to be principles attached to your prayer. You don't just wake up every morning and you say from 4 o'clock till 12 p.m. you want to pray and disturb the peace of your neighbor. No, it doesn't work that way. So when I say prayer doesn't work, that God doesn't answer prayer, you should understand what I mean. God doesn't answer prayer. Yes, God answers principle. If Dangote and the rest were just praying to God, they wouldn't have been in the position where they are right now. They had to put hard work into play. They had to put creativity into play. That is the principle. You don't just pray. You have to be creative. Now, even in the Bible, Jesus said, "Seek and ye shall find. Knock and the door shall be opened. Ask and it shall be given." That is the principle. It's not just praying. Now, you don't just pray and you say, God understand, God will do it. No. There are certain principles put in place. Now, he already said, "Give and it shall be given." That is a principle. Whether you pray or you don't pray, as long as you have this principle fulfilled, as long as you can give out, there is every tendency, there's every possibility that you're going to receive. It's not just about praying, it's about principle. If you give, you receive. Now, the measure you give, that is the measure that will be given unto you. So I hope we are understanding the point that it's not just about praying. Prayer doesn't work. Prayer doesn't move mountain. It is the principles that move mountain. Now, take for instance, you going to ask somebody for a favor. Going to ask somebody for a favor, and before you realize they turn you down. There are certain principles that you need to attach to it. Now, what is this principle? What are these principles? It is how you present yourself to this person. You don't just go and tell somebody, "Please, I need 1 million naira. I want to go and do this." No. You arranging your words, you arranging yourself, being polite and making this your request. Those are the principles. You begin to ask yourself this question: why is it that every time I go to this person to request for something, he doesn't give it to me, but in my very present, another person will come and make the same request and it gets fulfilled? You've not asked yourself the question, how come? What did this person do for receiving things? It is also what the Bible teaches us. So when I say prayer, God doesn't answer prayer, you should understand that yes, God doesn't answer prayer. God answers principle. The universe understands principle and not prayer. Okay, it is just like you going taking a condemned seed. Let me put it that way because I'm not really an in-depth farmer. So let me just use a condemned seed, like a seed that is there to go and plant, and then you expect it to germinate. You begin to pray and fast. No, it doesn't work. Before this seed will germinate, you need a seed that still has life. So that prayer won't resuscitate a dead seed. That is the principle I'm talking about. Before your prayer can work, you need this principle put in place. Okay, let's still go with the miracles of Jesus Christ. Now, before he made the blind man to receive his sight, there are principles attached to it. They attached the principle into this miracle. And what was this principle? Spat on the floor and mixed it with the sand, the clay. That is the principle for rubbing on the man's eye. And when he did that, he just spoke a word, and the man regained his sight. And before doing that, he asked the man a question: do you believe, or what do you need? The man said, if he can't see. And then Jesus Christ asked him, do you believe? And he said, yes. That is the principle. It is not just about prayer. It is the principle that makes things go. So when I say God doesn't answer prayer, you should understand that yes, God doesn't answer prayer, but answers principle. When Jacob saw the angel, he held the angel so tight. He said, I will never leave you unless you bless me. What happened? The angel blessed him. Was it just about prayer? No, it wasn't prayer, it was a principle. Jacob understood that if he could delay this angel from going back, that definitely he will receive his blessings. And that was what happened. That was the principle. Okay, check the story of the man that God sent a prophet to go and tell that tomorrow, prepare yourself, tomorrow you're going to die. What happened? After the prophet left, this man had to turn to his wall and then told God, remember what I've done in the past. Remember the good things I've been doing. Remember what I just did yesterday. And because of that, God added life to him. What was that? It was a principle. It was a principle attached to this man's life that this man has been doing. He has been doing things good to the people. He has been doing things nice around him. Okay. That was the principles that he attached. And that was the principle that God answered, not his prayers. Because if it was prayers alone, it wouldn't have worked. But the principles. Jesus Christ said, I was in the hospital, you did not visit me. I was hungry, did not feed me. I was making me hungry. What was he talking about? Talking about love. And what is love? Love is a principle which even God himself practiced at first by giving us his son Jesus Christ to life. That is a principle which he also wants to attach in life. So when you love, when you show love to people, definitely those things begin to fall in place for you. So love is a principle, giving is a principle. Making things right is a principle. Making the environment nice for other persons to be is a principle. Loving humanity is a principle. So it's not just about prayer, it's about principles. About the principles of life, principles of the will of God. Now, if you understand, the moon doesn't have a light of its own. The moon obtains light from the sun. Now, with proper alignment with the sun, that is how the moon derives its light, to be able to shine at night. That is a principle. So with principles, that is what you can use to move mountains, not just prayer. So in everything you do in life, make sure you understand the principles of this particular thing. Make sure you understand the principles of getting a job. Make sure you understand the principles of making money. Make sure you understand the principles of bringing solutions to problems. People keep talking about miracle money this, miracle money that. Yeah, it happens, but miracle money don't just come. Miracle money don't just, begin to move around. There must be something you've done before that warrants this miracle money. Say, now take for instance, Facebook. A lot of people have been posting their account details on Facebook. Now, don't you think that there are people reading these comments aside where you posted it, aside the person you posted this comment to? There are other persons externally that are reading it. Sometimes there are angel investors. Angel investors, they go around looking for people to help. When I say angel investors, I'm not talking about spirits. I'm talking about human beings, really human flesh and blood, that are looking for where to invest their money. They might see your account number and they go through your profile seeing your profile and they notice that you've been posting something nice on your profile. From there, they can contact you. They can get your number from your page, or maybe send you message or maybe going straight to credit your account, and you just receive a alert and you begin to say it's miracle money. You prayed for it. It's not just your prayer; it was the work you did, posting that account number somewhere, and then living a genuine life. On your Facebook page, you're posting something nice, something that interests our humanity, something that interests you. So that was how you got that miracle money. Something must trigger that credit alert, not just your prayer, but the principles attached to whatever you're doing. So the next time they tell you that, pray every time from morning till night, or when you begin to say pray without ceasing, if you want to put the Bible where it says pray without ceasing, it's normal, pray without ceasing. Then don't forget where it also said faith without work is dead. That is where the principles comes in. You might be praying and you say, yes, you have faith, is going to work. Get this point, your faith, your prayer work with faith. Now, faith without work is what? Is dead. That faith, that work, that is the principle that makes your prayer work. So prayer alone doesn't work. God doesn't answer prayer. God answers principle.